Hey guys, Popular Boat here, and today I'm playing some more Heartsfine 4 in our Master of Puppets campaign. Now, between episodes, I declared our remaining wars on the last few people left in the world, and it is a lot of nations that have to join our wars, and it takes a long time for that to process. So, if we resume, we should see those nations join the common turn. There we go. And we should be at war with everyone. Everyone in the world should be in a faction, except for the Philippines, but we have to set off a coup for them to join our faction. And this should truly be a world war. Okay, now that that's in, let's fix up our fronts, because this white front... Oh shit, we've missed Bhutan. Alright, we've got to justify on Bhutan. Alright. And we'll get the green line to wrap around there. Green line is getting way too long. But that is the least of our concerns. Our biggest goal is just to knock Moscow out, take out the Soviets, and it was just the Soviets in China, hey. Can't even properly scroll. There's just so much the game's processing. How many troops does Tibet have? Only 20 divisions. Our shitty little garrisons should be able to deal with that. All these untrained shitty garrison troops that I spat out as quickly as possible. They can surely do a good job of fighting. They're probably actually going to be even worse than usual. Because I adjusted their composition, giving them more support divisions and all of that. Alright, purple. You're still getting into position, but you're pushing up. Good job. How are we looking over in Norway? You're actually doing really well. Getting close to the capital. Your other half is doing, well, struggling a little bit, fighting the Soviets up there. So, shift click, then click align. Let's pause that front so these guys can finish up down here. So we get that whole 24 divisions moving up in the north. Let's pause, concentrate our tanks. It is December, so it should be pretty chilly up here. Let's refresh the orders for Red Group. So I'm seeing some pretty big gaps in the southern end. Oh, Soviet Norway's capitulated. Fantastic. That should mean Pink just has a couple pockets to close, and then they can all move north again. We don't want expeditionary forces. Don't care about ships. Soviets have a lot of army up there, considering they're a lot weaker down here. Or how much weaker they are down there, I should say. And white group is just doing utter rubbish, considering they're all green. Venezuela's capitulated. Good job, Colombia. Good job. So all those little Soviet puppets that they stole in the last peace conference are getting crushed. I was hoping we would see some people fighting here. Oh yeah, Portugal's pushing out. Good job, Portugal. Alright, red group's pushing up very nicely. Planes need moving up. At least the Soviets have actually thrown a lot of planes out at us. Let's have a look at our lines for planes. Let's change that. Oh no, we have enough fighter twos. Huh, I'm actually quite surprised by that. I would have thought we'd be struggling to keep our lines, well not our lines, but our air wings full. The AI is doing a better job of assigning their air force, but they're not spreading them out. Like Ukraine is just seeing 4,000 planes, whereas we have our whole front covered with air superiority. Unholy Alliance. Crusade against communism. Gain conquer focus against the Soviet Union. Sounds good. We already have this, but why not do it again? Oh, the game is really chugging with so many divisions. Oh, we've made a pocket. It's an empty pocket, but we have one at least. Our fronts have touched. Now we can just focus them back. Cool, that's going well. China's gonna be the slow front because we have these awful divisions here. Actually, let's change production of these guys to go to there. Let's change their color to yellow. Oh, Japan has trained some units. A super heavy tank division. Or medium tanks, actually, sorry. Oh, we've got a lot of naval bombers there still. Japan's just being bombed. China has assigned a lot of their planes into one area. I think we pull our fronts back and just assume the AI have got the rest. Rather than maintain a big squirrely mess. And actually we can probably spread the yellow group out since they've got 126 divisions. Oh, let's refresh where they're going. Okay, we've got the T20 M27. We can go straight to the pattern. Cool. Okay, let's swap these medium tanks to the next level of medium tanks. We want them to be quick, don't care about the guns. Actually, they already are pretty quick. 12Ks is pretty much where they need to be. Okay, we've got our war goal against Bhutan, which we're going to fire, and bear with me while it takes a minute for that to process. And then we'll have another look at the diplomatic list, and we should be at war with the whole world. Oh, come on. Swirly, swirly, swirly. Almost there. Almost time to conquer them. The lag of declaring wars has been the biggest enemy we've had to fight this fucking session. The game's not paused, it's processing another war declaration. Because we have such a long list of puppets, it takes a very long time for the game to get its head around all of them going to war. Come on. Come on, game. You'll see why in a second when we have the pop-ups of everyone who's just gone to war. No, it's fine. I appreciate things being pointed out. Nothing needing to be apologized for. It's very, very tedious to wait. And I apologize for making everyone watch it again. But I missed a spot in damn Bhutan. Bhutan? Getting in the way. There we go. The game was processing all of these people joining. Now, where do we see diplomacy? Bolivia is in our faction. I'll let the game run while I have a look at this. How do we get back to that full list? Oh, open country list, alright. Bolivia's in our thing, Brazil is 2, Republic in Spain, and us. Cool, that's everyone in the world we're either at war with, in a faction with, or have reasons to fight. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing, Commander Wolf? It's rather late and I was pretty tired, but I'm pretty keen to just smash the rest of this out at the moment. We're running out of years to be able to do so too. What am I going to do after this? That is a pretty big question. It depends on a few things at the moment, because there is the new DLC coming out for, well, DLC and update for Stellaris, which I'm keen to play. Pink group, you can be activated again. On top of me playing some EU4. So I might focus on a couple other things for a little while. But for Hearts of Iron, there's been a lot of people wanting me to try different mods, so I think I might put together my video of the monthly update in about a week's time. And along with that, I'll include a poll of these are the things people have been suggesting, this is what people want me to be playing, what would you like to watch me play? And we'll see what wins that. Okay, let's focus the line. We're very close to Moscow now. Moscow. Independent Korean Governorate has capitulated. So China's finished off, well, Soviets finished off Korea. Japan, you would think they want to get their lands back, but they're not very enthusiastic. Okay, refresh what our divisions are trying to achieve. Orange line is getting very close to Moscow. New World Order, yeah, that's been one. Black Ice mod, Cold War mod. I wouldn't mind trying the Europa Iron Versalis mod that's being worked on. I think that might be quite amusing. Pink line's getting into Finland quite well. Purple's getting through the Caucasus. Ukraine is getting a lot of focus for air combat. So let's move another lot of fighters back down. These naval bombers we don't need assigned. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions. I enjoyed doing the US states mod. And then this attempt at doing can I please play Japan, Italy, or the Soviets and create my own faction? Japan has been one I'd want to try. Soviets I did the multiplayer game of. Italy. I've played through as Italy. That was one of the early ones I did. I just didn't... it was before I was recording them. Oh. Oh no. I was worried some of our divisions got pocketed, but it was just that we had the front pull back. Although we do have one missing from there, so maybe we did lose someone. Cold War mod is East Germany. Yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to see what everyone votes on. Because there's lots of suggestions. Everyone always has a lot of suggestions. But what we actually play varies. Alright. Come on, guys. I know you spread pretty fucking thin, but I believe in you. Let's get some better planes. Do not know what the mods are, but you should play British India using the mod Raj Be Gone. Yeah, so it's hard for me to keep track of all these suggestions, but keep an eye out for when I post my video of how my channel's been doing in like a week's time, and yeah, drown it with these suggestions. Then I'll put together a poll, and you guys can all vote on what you want, and I will play whatever wins. Okay, we're almost at Moscow. Oh, hate it when that happens. Let's get that on the right side. Purple, you don't need that front anymore. Sign them all onto there and go. Okay, our army failed to get into Bhutan. I think we'll just focus our armies on their one jobs. China army should be getting into China. Not knocking out all these other little pockets. Green armies should be pushing up the middle. And I think we'll get them to knock out Iran and then push along from there. Kind of just focus things in. Fascist versus communist, who will win? It is going to be us. We have so many divisions on our side. Let's have a look at losses so far, actually. We've lost 650,000. Our puppets have barely been helping. Soviets have already lost 1.25 million. China hasn't really lost a whole lot, but they've been fighting our shitty division, so that's not a surprise. Don't really want to have to bump our manpower laws up for the hits to production. But we should be all good. We just need the fucking AI to build lines and use them. Look at all these lines into China. Japan doesn't even have lines for its own country. Alright. As we are about to get Moscow, it is getting close to the end of this episode. Let's consolidate that line. Grab a bunch of them, tell them to go straight to Moscow, do not pass go, and do not collect $200. Let's grab the... oh, it's only fighters. I don't think they're going to have the range. Hey. Looks like the Soviets have finally spread their air force out a bit. We do actually have an airport. Let's get into Moscow, and then we can call it an episode. Those mountaineers and paratroopers aren't putting up a very strong defense. How are our tanks comparing? So that's Soviets defending. Our light tanks cannot pierce their medium tanks. What about our medium tanks? Yeah, I do need more planes. Come on, medium tank, get into the fight before their tanks leave. We're marching into Moscow now. I love when models line up like that and it just looks like several planes flying along. Fall of Moscow. What a great note to end this episode on. Great victory. Fantastic. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, check out the links below the video, and I will see you in the next episode.